Salut Paul!
Hey Estelle, comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci. So, Paul, any big plans for the weekend?
Yes, I'm going on a trip. I actually need to head to the airport soon.
Oh, exciting! And guess what? Today, we're going to learn to ask someone where they're going.
Perfect.
We've already learned a lot of phrases that will help with that. Remember that va in comment ça va means goes or is going.
And we can say where, like where is the subway? Où est le métro?
So, Paul, I'm curious to know where you're going. In French, I'll ask, tu vas où?
Tu vas où? That literally means you are going where?
That's right. But in French, it also means, where are you going? Tu vas où?
Ready to give it a go? Repeat after me. Tu vas. Tu vas où?
So, Paul, where are you going on your trip this weekend? Tu vas où?
À New York.
Oh, to New York. Exciting. Notice how Paul used à, which means to. À New York.
That's right. À New York.
And we can use à in a lot of situations. For example, if I were going to Paris, I'd say à Paris.
And if I were going to Rome, I'd say à Rome.
À Rome.
Let's listen in on a few travelers explaining where they're headed in French.
Salut Anna,
Salut Lisa,
tu vas où?
à Paris.
Amazing. But now let's say you run into a friend and you need to tell them that you're going to the most important place in all of France.
Where's that?
To the bakery, of course.
Ah, yes. À la boulangerie. To the bakery.
Notice how you can hear the sound je in boulangerie.
Boulangerie. When French speakers say this word quickly, they might actually leave the sound off. Boulangerie.
Boulangerie. Now you try to sound it out. Repeat after me. Boulangerie. À la boulangerie.
So, if someone is looking for me, for example, you can probably always say,
Estelle est à la boulangerie.
that's exactly right. Estelle is at the bakery. So now that we know how to ask generally where someone is going, tu vas où? We can also ask someone if they're going to a specific place.
Yes, for example, to say, are you going to the bakery? We'd start with tu vas and then add à la boulangerie. Tu vas à la boulangerie?
That's right. And, of course, we could ask, tu vas à New York, Paul?
Oui, bien sûr. Now it's your turn. Repeat after me. Tu vas à la boulangerie? Tu vas à la boulangerie?
Okay, so let's say you've asked someone where they're going and they answer à Paris or à New York. What would you say back?
Well, in English, I'd say, have a good trip.
Exactly. In French, that's bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage literally means good trip.
Remember that we know bon, or good, from bonjour. Bon.
And voyage means trip.
The oa sound at the beginning of voyage is the same as in toilette and croissant. Voi.
That's right. Voi. Bon voyage.
Salut, Pauline. Tu vas où?
À Paris.
Oh, bon voyage.
Now you try. Repeat after me. Voyage. Bon voyage.
So we know how to ask someone where they're going,
Tu vas où?
and we know some ways to answer that question.
Like à New York.
We also know how to say that someone is at a specific place.
Like Estelle est à la boulangerie.
Always. And we know how to ask someone if they're going to a particular place.
For example, tu vas à Paris?
And of course, we know how to wish someone a good trip.
Bon voyage. And now I need to get ready for my trip. My taxi to the airport will be here soon. Speaking of, how do you say I'm going to the airport?
Well, that's something we'll get to in the next lesson. Until then, bon voyage, Paul.
Last time we learned how to ask where someone is going.
Right. Tu vas où?
And we learned some possible responses.
Like à New York or à Paris.
Let's hear this conversation from our French speakers.
Salut Maxime,
Salut Étienne,
tu vas où?
à la pharmacie.
Where did Maxime say he was going?
To the pharmacy. À la pharmacie.
À la pharmacie.
We know that à la pharmacie means to the pharmacy. But how would we actually say, I am going to the pharmacy?
Okay, so let's break that down. For I am going, we'd say je vais.
Je vais. And if we put that together with à la pharmacie, we get je vais à la pharmacie.
Je vais à la pharmacie. I am going to the pharmacy.
Anna,
Oui,
tu vas où?
je vais à la pharmacie.
Ready to try it? Repeat after me. Je vais. À la pharmacie. Je vais à la pharmacie. Awesome. So je vais is really useful. We can use it to say a ton of different things.
Like je vais à la boulangerie. Or je vais à la gare.
Or even je vais à l'université.
We have a new word. Université. Or university.
Yes. Notice how you can hear the same R sound in université as in merci. Mer. Université.
Université.
At the beginning of université, you can also hear the U sound from une. Université.
But something else was different. You didn't say je vais à la université. Instead, you said je vais à l'université.
Oh yes, we connect la and université to make l'université. This is because université starts with a vowel, U.
La université. L'université. That definitely flows much better.
Anna,
Oui,
tu vas où?
je vais à l'université.
Give it a try. Repeat after me. Une. Université. À l'université.
Remember, anytime you use le or la before a word that starts with a vowel sound, you combine the two words. Let's say you've got your bags packed and you're ready to fly away to your amazing vacation. Where are you going first? Tu vas où?
To the airport, of course. À l'aéroport.
Yes, à l'aéroport. Notice again how le and aéroport are connected in l'aéroport. That's because aéroport starts with a vowel.
So le and aéroport become l'aéroport, the same way that la and université become l'université.
In French, you pronounce every letter of this word except for the final T. Aéroport.
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 Je vais à l'aéroport.
Bonjour Jacques, ça va?
Bonjour. Oui, merci.
Tu vas où?
Je vais à l'aéroport.
Oh, bon voyage!
Give it a try. Repeat after me. L'aéroport. À l'aéroport. Je vais à l'aéroport.
All right, so we just learned how to say I am going.
Yes, je vais. For example, you can say je vais à la pharmacie or je vais à la boulangerie
Yes, and remember to combine words if you're talking about a place that starts with a vowel, like l'université.
or l'aéroport. Je vais à l'aéroport.
Next time, we'll learn even more ways to talk about where we're going, and maybe even some more helpful new phrases.
Can't wait. In previous lessons, we learned how to ask where someone is going.
And how to tell someone else where we're going.
Let's review by listening to some French speakers.
Salut Claude. Tu vas où?
Je vais à la boulangerie. Et toi?
Je vais à l'aéroport.
Ah, bon voyage.
Merci. Au revoir.
Did you catch what the man said after je vais à la boulangerie?
He wanted to know where the woman was going, so he asked, Et toi? And you?
Et toi?
You might remember that from when we learned to say, Ça va bien. Et toi?
Et toi is super helpful in any conversation.
Definitely. Now that we know how to say that we're going à la boulangerie and à l'aéroport, let's see about going to the restaurant or the cafe.
Okay, so le restaurant doesn't start with a vowel sound, but it is a masculine noun.
That's right. For feminine nouns, we say à la. But for masculine nouns that do not start with a vowel, we combine à and le into one word. Au.
Au.
Je vais au restaurant.
Je vais au restaurant.
Exactement. It's the same with le café, another masculine noun. If we want to ask someone if they're going to the cafe, we would say,
Tu vas au café?
That's right. Tu vas au café?
Salut, tu vas au restaurant?
Oui, et toi?
Je vais au café.
Ready to try it yourself? Repeat after me. Au. Au café. Je vais au café.
Now, in the last conversation we heard, the woman asked if the man was going to the restaurant.
And he answered, oui. But what if he was planning to go somewhere else?
Well, in that case, he could simply say non or no.
It rhymes with bon in bonjour. Non.
Non. So let's hear that conversation again. Only this time, the man will say that he's not going to the restaurant.
Salut, tu vas au restaurant?
Non, je vais au café.
Did you hear where he's going instead?
Au café. To the cafe.
That's right. Your turn again. Repeat after me. Non. Non. Je vais au café. So, if someone tells you they're headed to a restaurant, je vais au restaurant, what would be a good response?
Can I come too?
Well, maybe, but even better. Bon appétit.
Bon appétit.
You've probably heard this before. Bon appétit literally means good appetite, but it's used to say, have a good meal.
Just like bon voyage means have a good trip.
And notice that you don't pronounce the T at the end of appétit. Ti. Bon appétit.
Bon appétit.
Salut, tu vas où?
Je vais au restaurant.
Bon appétit.
Merci. À bientôt.
Okay, give it your best shot. Repeat after me. Bon appétit. Bon appétit.
Now let's listen to one more conversation that combines everything we've learned in this skill.
Salut Marie.
Salut Louis. Tu vas où?
Je vais à l'aéroport.
Ah, bon voyage.
Et toi, tu vas où?
Je vais au restaurant.
Eh bien, bon appétit.
Merci. À bientôt.
So Louis is headed à l'aéroport and Marie is going,
Au restaurant.
yes, and now that's where I'm going too. I am starving.
Can I come too?
No.
Hey!
I'm kidding. Of course you can, Estelle.
Merci, Paul. We're looking forward to seeing you again for our next lesson. But for now, au revoir.
And bon appétit to us. In the last few lessons, we've learned how to talk about where we're going.
And some useful phrases like bon appétit and bon voyage.
Let's hear all of that in a quick conversation.
Salut Marie.
Salut Louis. Tu vas où?
Je vais à l'aéroport.
Ah, bon voyage.
Et toi, tu vas où?
Je vais au restaurant.
Eh bien, bon appétit.
Merci. À bientôt.
Now it's your turn to get into the conversation.
Imagine you're on le métro. You look around and notice that your friend from college, Camille, is also on the train. She smiles and comes over to you.
Start the conversation by saying, hello, how are you, in French. Bon travail. Salut, ça va?
Camille says hello back and tells you that she's doing well.
Salut, ça va, merci.
Since you're both heading somewhere on le métro, ask Camille where she's going. Parfait. Tu vas où?
Camille answers with,
Je vais au restaurant.
au restaurant, to the restaurant. Since she's going to eat, you can wish her a good meal.
Say, have a good meal, in French. Parfait. Bon appétit.
Merci.
Now it's Camille's turn to ask where you're going. Since you're both students, she assumes you're on your way to the university.
Et toi, tu vas à l'université?
Tell Camille that you are going there. Say, yes, I am going to the university, in French. Bon travail. Oui, je vais à l'université.
But what could you say if you're actually going somewhere else? Maybe instead you're on your way to the airport for an exciting trip.
That sounds way more fun. Let's try again, but this time when Camille asks if you're going to the university, say, no, I'm going to the airport.
Tu vas à l'université?
Très bien. Non, je vais à l'aéroport.
What do you think Camille is going to ask next?
Well, she probably wants to know all about your exciting trip.
Yes, so she'll ask where you're traveling. You know, once you get to the airport.
Ah, tu vas où?
Tell Camille that you're going to New York. Parfait. Je vais à New York.
Looks like you're at the subway stop now. So it's time to say goodbye. You don't want to miss your flight.
You definitely don't want that. Say see you soon to Camille in French. Bon travail. À bientôt.
Camille waves goodbye to you as you step off the train.
Au revoir. Bon voyage.
Great work. Time to enjoy your trip à New York.